Hey everybody, this is Dan Mike, and this is the next cutscene for Rise of Tiamat. This one is called The Burning of the Swordcoast, and we'll get right into it here. This is a cutscene that is occurring on a timeline. I've had a timeline here for you. It's occurring at the same time as the players are all off in the North Sea and the Sea of Moving Ice, right now down in the lair of the White Dragon. And while they are way out there, back at the Swordcoast, Severin and Rath and the dragons are beginning to attack and burn several cities and whatnot along the Swordcoast to replenish what was lost in Parnas, right? That's basically the setup, right? So let's go ahead and get into this. I'll put some images up so you can see who's who and what's going on. Not everything, just, just the main images. So you can see this. But this is the next cutscene called The Burning of the Swordcoast.
The sky bursts asunder as the great beast descends onto the town. No movement escapes its gaze. All are wretched to his sight. He is death. He is terror. He is the end of all things. And tonight is no exception. All will burn.
The ember of your destruction.
The monstrosity devours and destroys. Talons, teeth, and deadly magic lay waste to those below. Spears, javelins, and arrows shatter and fall against the armored skin as the beast rampages from the sky, a living, breathing bulwark of unstoppable fury.
Fear! Fear the ones from the sky!
The second dragon, red in color, swoops in from above, laying waste to the city, his enormous claws tearing away at the buildings, and his breath weapon disintegrating people where they stand.
Your bones will burn.
The city falls under the weapons of the enemy, their armies unable to hold back the vast numbers of the cult and their dragon allies. Severin, wearing his draconic mask, watches from horseback as another explosion rips through the temple in the distance, scattering both bodies and stone. Rath quietly watches the turmoil before him as his red wizards assist in the battle.
Where's your skepticism now, Rath? Do you not see what the gifts of Tiamat have unleashed? Do you doubt its sorcery?
Their magic holds true, Severin. The device and the artifacts have proven their worth. Leaving the Fae in hopes of a resurrection has proven to be a worthy risk. But alas, we're still missing one mask. And until that time, we will not hold complete sway over these Ophidians.
Plans to take back the mask are already in place. Until then, the spoils here will help us to recover what was lost in Parnas. Soon both wealth and the relics of Tiamat will be back in our hands.
What of the portent? Have you seen anything more?
Severin seems to pause for a moment, just as another great beast flies overhead, swooping in to destroy one of the mangonels of the enemy.
I saw a vision, a layer of crystal and snow from our dragon kin, and the beast was keenly aware of another presence. I fear a great calamity will befall the wizard of the snow. Whoever wields the mask has done so recklessly.
Then it is clear the enemy has managed to attune to its abilities. We must take it before it's too late.
We will do so once we're finished here. Until then, let us finish the campaign before us. Let the Swordcoast feel the eternal flames of the Elder Beast. For this,
Severin extends and waves his hand across the city.
this is only a taste of what's to come.
All right, guys, there it is. There's the cutscene. As you can see, Rath and Severin are testing out the abilities of the masks and the dragons. They're trying to see what they can do, what they can control, how loyal can these things be. Rath gives hints about, a little bit of his past there, about the Thay and resurrection and him leaving the Thay and, why he left the Thay and the risks they took, which is something I want to explore in future cutscenes. But you can see here, it was, just the burning of the Swordcoast. They are attacking all these different cities and villages because of what the players did in Horde the Dragon Queen, which was losing the castle and losing a lot of loot, basically, at Parnas. So they're trying to recuperate all of this, which I think is actually alluded to in the book. I didn't realize. I just kind of did this for my own sake, and then realized after a while when I was reading chapter 3 or 4 or something, I can't remember now, and they talk about this. I was like, oh, okay, well, at least I was ahead of the game. At least I was on point, if anything. But anyway, guys, that's it. That's the cutscene. More to come as we continue through Rise of Tiamat. I got 2 or 3 more already in the works. I'm writing the next one for this week's game. So, hey, guys, that's it. Thanks for taking the time to watch these. I appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one.